Alright guys, so as part of the Mega CONSTRUX kits, we were doing some of the little characters, and then we were doing some of the middle evolutions. Today we're going to be doing some of the battle scenes. So this one is going to be Squirtle versus Charmander. So let's go ahead and get into this one. So now that we've finished building, let's take a look at the actual kit. So this, of course, is Charmander versus Squirtle. And basically they're on a little beach scene. And then it uses the actual beach scene itself to hold Charmander's fire attack, and then it holds Bulbasaur, Squirtle's water attack as well. One of my favorite things about these pieces is actually the way that they color the fire and the water pieces. You'll see better like when you actually use like the water plates like they have in other kits. But anyway, let's take a look at the characters. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Hiccups. First off, let's look at Squirtle. So, Squirtle has a nice happy face on. The sad thing about it is that he suffers a huge head syndrome. Like, it feels a little bit like from this angle it doesn't look too bad. From this side, it looks like his head is like way too big. But I think that's just how they have you build it. If it was a little bit more rounded, it probably wouldn't be that bad. Or even if they could have put like this shape on the opposite side, it would have been just a little bit nicer too. Just to help give it like more of that egg shape rather than a really weird elongated head. Either way, I like the fact that they actually have shell on his front, and for his arms being just a little bit too long probably, considering that his feet are, you know, kind of stubby. I'd say that his proportions are pretty okay. Thankfully they actually gave him like these little feet pieces that I wish that they would have done something like that for Pikachu. Makes his feet look a little bit more natural. Anyway, as we turn it around, we've got a little shell, and then his tail, which I think is his weakest part. It's not, I mean, the head's fine. It's honestly this little tail thing. It just doesn't scream Squirtle to me. Anyway, let's put him down for right now, and let's grab Charmander. So Charmander, we've got here is Happy Charmander. Suffers, unfortunately, the same sort of head issue that Squirtle does. And then as far as arms and legs, it's the same deal. Color-wise, he's perfect. And tail, I think it does a lot better than the Squirtle does. And I even like the fact that they have like a little like flame for the end of his tail. But build-wise, it's not the most interesting. I think out of the two of them, I like Squirtle just that little bit more. Just because I like the water types, I like the effect that they've done with the shell and everything like that, and they did try. So anyway, let's take a look at the actual battle scene itself. So this is, from what I'm thinking, a sort of beach, like sort of almost forest scene. So it's like this is on the edge of the forest, and you got the actual beach, but you have the fire pieces. As well as the fire pieces, as well as the water pieces. Let me actually use words. Place for Squirtle. Why do I keep on wanting to call him Bulbasaur? And Charmander to sit, as well as what looks like a nice big rock jutting out from the sand, and then another sort of like rocky outcropping with a bit of bush or twine or vine, and then you got like a little hollow piece there because you don't really need to fill that. It's perfectly fine. Like, let me take off these pieces here and then break it in half because I have now ruined the structural integrity. It's fine. It looks like an actual piece of kit. It's not just a hodgepodge. It does the job just fine. But that's basically it. I'm going to put this one right there, and I'm going to put these right here. I find it interesting that to use the water and the fire they've basically turned them like opposite each other just to make it make sense. Oh, I broke his foot. But other than that, I think it's perfectly fine. I like this one a little bit more overall than I do the Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Just because it seems to make a little bit more sense for these two to be fighting. And I like the characters more than I do, like, Pikachu in general. Bulbasaur is my favorite thing about that one. But anyway, that's it for this one. Let me know what you think down below, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.